If you are under the age of 18 and you are watching this video, please stop now. This video content is not intended for you. So, I want to guess that you're looking for easy, inexpensive Christmas ideas because you're not quite ready. Well, I have tips for you to help you out. So I have 5 quick and easy and inexpensive gift ideas that you can give to friends, coworkers, family members, and all of that sort. So things that you need will be found down below in the description box. Any recipes, all that stuff will be down below. So I'm going to upload these videos once a day for the next 5 days. And it's for the chef, the wannabe chef, the almost a chef, the I'm not quite a chef, but I think I can do this. Really easy, edible, and inexpensive gift ideas that you guys can put together. So I'm going to let this first video play out. It's one of my favorites. I absolutely love making this whipped butter recipe. And food for thought, I make my own butter when I'm making these. So sometimes I have butter sitting out. Butter is expensive. I don't do margarine. Butter is super expensive, but you can make your own. So if you guys want to see a tutorial on that, let me know. I'm not sure if you guys are interested, but really easy to do. But anyway, in this case, I do make my own whipped butter, and then I did have some butter left over, so I did it for 2 of them, but that's neither here nor there. But that's just an extra added touch of love that you can add to your inexpensive gift for the holiday season. So if you're going somewhere and you have to bring something for the hostess, this is a great idea. It is my whipped butters. There's tons of different flavors, but I prefer, oh my gosh, the garlic parmesan does not last 1 day. Does not last 24 hours in my house. So definitely try that recipe first. And then we have cinnamon honey, and then we also have cranberry. 3 of the top faves. All of them are gone within a week for sure. But I hope you guys like this. So check out this tutorial. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Be sure to like this video if you guys like it. Let me know if you're going to try this recipe. And I'm going to let you watch that while I get back to sipping my sparkling water in my mug and watching some Hallmark shows. Bye. All right, everybody, we are starting out with the whipped cranberry butter, the sweet cranberry butter, and we're going to use unsalted butter and just regular old cranberry sauce. So you want to grab yourself a nice mixing bowl, one that you can use a hand mixer with. It works better like that. I mean, if you want to use a fork and beat it, child, be my guest, but I love a good hand mixer. So these butters are bought to room temperature, and all of the information and the ingredients will be down below in the description box. So all you have to do is whip that butter. You want to whip it till it's nice and pillowy. So keep going until it's super, super fluffy. Add your cranberry sauce to that, and then add a little bit of the honey, and then just continue to keep whipping. Every time I make these butters, I make sure that I taste in between, get me a little tasting spoon, taste in between to make sure it's the right sweetness, it's the right consistency, and just add more or less depending on the kind of butter, depending on the kind of cranberry sauce, depending on the kind of honey. The variations can differ, but make sure you do a little taste test before you send it till its final destination in the jar. So that's what I do. I just whip, 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 whip. Make sure you get around the edges really good so that there's no blank spots and everything is covered nice and fully flavored. And that's it, guys. The next recipe is my absolute favorite, family's absolute favorite, the garlic parmesan. If you haven't noticed the little trend here, everything is really depending on how well you whip this butter. So whip it and whip it good. Again, all of the ingredients will be down below in the description box. Grab myself another mixing bowl. You can see this one's a little bit larger. And you want to grab your parmesan, shredded parmesan. You want to grab your room temperature butter and your garlic cloves. I add parsley, garlic powder, garlic salt, pepper, fresh ground pepper. I mean, I don't do pepper in a can. I like freshly ground coarse black pepper and a little bit of kosher salt. And I just whip, 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 and bring out the flavors of the garlic and the butter and all the other salts that we added. Again, make sure that you taste this
butter before you send it off. You don't want it to be too salty, too garlicky, but like I said, we love garlic. And spreading this on toast or a roll or even topping it off on the steak is so good. It's so delicious. You guys gotta try it. So that's basically what I do. I saw that I needed just a little bit more of kosher salt, and see, you taste and go, and that's really what it is. So be sure to check my measurements down in the description box. But again, taste it so you can make it to your liking. And that is it for the garlic parmesan whipped butter. Last but not least in this trifecta of goodness is the cinnamon and honey. And for this one, in that special little bowl, I whipped some butter up. I made the butter and whipped it myself. Look how creamy it is. Now, I love me a good unsalted butter, a good name brand. But when you do it yourself, it's extra creamy, it's extra smooth, it's extra soft. I absolutely love it. Anyway, it's not all about the butter. It's just the way you do the butter. But when you do the butter and whip the butter, it's like a double whammy. So I'm adding my honey, I'm adding my homemade butter, I'm adding vanilla extract, I'll add a little bit of cinnamon, and I'll continue to mix and taste. Mix, 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 taste, taste, taste. Can't say that enough. And just whip. You want to make sure you get a lot of air going through all of these butter flavors, because that's the whole idea of whip. It's almost like when you're taking cream and you're making whipped cream, you feel like you've been mixing for like 10 minutes, which you probably have, but that whipped cream, when it's done, when it's getting to that soft, stiff peakness, is oh so good. Anyway, back to the cinnamon honey butter. I end up, for all of them, I put them into little sandwich bags. These are my little faux pastry bags or whatever. I run through too much to keep buying these. So I got a little tip. Put it in a sandwich bag, cut the corner off at the angle, and push it through. These jars I got from Hobby Lobby. They have a copper color top, and I absolutely had to have them. You can wash them because they're glass at the bottom, and then that copper top, so cute. Finished it up with a little Christmas sticker and a little bow and stamp, and these are ready to go. I hope you guys like this idea. I hope you will try all of these honeys. Let me know down in the description box what you think. And this is the finished product of how all the butters look like together. Aren't they so cute? I love them. They're so cute and they taste so good. What a great gift. If you come into work and see that on your desk, how can you not like your coworker? All right, guys. Bye.